Hello, welcome everyone. We have an exciting show for you today. Sunny is joining me from Indiana to share how to know and love our energetic self after 40 using ancient wisdom. I'm Jennifer Regular, the host of Awaken and Ascend, where we bring together spiritual change makers and healers from all around the world to help you discover your true potential and create a meaningful and more fulfilling life. Sunny is also on a mission to activate transformation in others and raise vibration collectively. And I'm going to take a moment just to introduce her before we get started. Trained as a molecular biologist, a tiny habits certified coach, and the Gene Keys guide, Sunny has experienced her own 3D to 5D quantum transformation in her 50s and decided to guide others who are seeking ultimate positive changes after midlife. Sunny offers personalized coaching programs and online virtual events to support her clients to effortlessly implement simple and effective life hacks into their daily routine based on their divine designs. Become in sync with the universe, maintain life energy, and live with sustainable peace and love. Welcome, Sunny. I love that we get to spend this time together and gain insight into this ancient wisdom way of thinking about our energetic selves.
Yeah, like what kind of match we have? You are the soul illuminator. I'm the solutions, and I'm the lifestyle, and my name is Sunny. So we all bring all the lights to this show, right? And this is such an honor to be able to have a conversation and share our insights related to life transformation and our body. Our body definitely is amazing. So let's just have some fun together.
Yeah, absolutely. And you mentioned the body. And when we think spiritual, sometimes we have a disconnect between what's up there and what's going on down here. And yet there's a lot of body wisdom that's come into play that we're learning more about and how much wisdom our bodies actually hold. And then there's the energetic self that you also talk about, which, we're always concerned about our energy. I'll have no energy. I'm so tired. But our energetic self is actually a whole different story, isn't it? So I'd
Yes.
love to hear a little bit more about that. But before we get into all of that, I'm curious about how you got into all of this. How did you get inspired to do this kind of work, Sunny?
Well, I think I just finally accept my energetic self. I'm emotional. I'm full of stress. I am not happy. And this is all the expression with our energetic self. And it lives through a lot of adversities. And I finally decided, I don't want them to rule my life anymore. I want to take my control. I want to regain my personal power. And so I get into a journey to understand all the things I can start to improve myself. And on the journey, I actually find out I don't need to be approved. I just need to let go. It's a lot of negativity trapped inside my energetic self, and I'm not aware. And luckily, I am, raised in the very traditional way in Taiwan. So I actually live with the ancient wisdom through my childhood. I have no idea that is the ancient wisdom, that is the body awareness, because like everybody practiced some sort of the energy practice there when I growing up anyway. But then I think it's just finally dawned on me, I can like embody, because everything's imprinted in my DNA and like childhood memory. If I just let it loose, just let it start to pop up, then maybe I can try to follow through and to see whether that really do help me. So that's how I actually turn on my journey that has, I would say, the very intense the last 2 years, and go deep dive and start to remember my childhood, my grandparents saying something I have no clue, but they are all make sense now.
Mm,
Yeah, so that is my journey.
I love
And I
that.
think it's the best that if I already figure out the past, and why not share, right? If someone really trapped just like me after midlife and have so many stress and so many losses and relationship problems, and they might need some help. But since I'm the East, everything's inside of me. I'm easy to embody. But if someone never experienced that, someone never know there is other solutions, then they're missing out,
Yes.
right? So I I just volunteered to be a messenger to do that.
I am so glad. Thank you for your service, Sunny. To be a messenger of hope, and the encouragement to really embrace your power and your inner power. Because you're right, there's a lot of times, especially in those last few years, where people feel powerless. They
Yeah,
don't feel like they have power and they don't know what solutions or options are available to them anymore. And it's really a power too to be able, or really a courage and a willingness to get to know yourself really, really well, to get to know different parts of you, different aspects of yourself, and really come into a healing place of wholeness, right? Getting to know bringing what's been dark and hidden into light, and
yes, yes.
understanding the
Mhm.
wisdom that's been served through the generations of all those that have come before us. And I sometimes think that we overlook even our descendants, the ones who've come after us, because they're being born into this world also with so much wisdom. And as you say, even ancient wisdom at a very young age. And so, what kind of insights and wisdoms did you glean from that journey, Sunny?
I think it's really finally I realize I'm not alone. I'm totally connected with everything around me. And in the form I don't really understand when I'm busy. When we have this lifestyle like back to back and just no space to breathe, and we always breathe like very shallow way. And so we just become to disconnect with everything.
Mm.
And I think that is what the ancient wisdom I read and understand. They all like have a very simple lifestyle. They have a lot of time to sitting outside or cooking and talk to people, and it's just have this community building. They are not rushing to go somewhere. They are there. They are now. I think that really give me the childhood memory too. Like when I grew up in Taiwan, so my grandparents actually have to migrate from China to this Taiwan to survive. And through this migration, they lost their land, lost their education, lost a lot of things, and they had separation for more than 40 years. I can see my father, they tell me all the story, your grandma, your other relative, I have no way to see them, right? It's just kind of totally separate. But at the same time, they are suffering. They are so sad. They cannot really connect with their family, but they make everybody their family. They are limited resources to share everything,
Mm.
and they don't really like focus on personal gain. They focus on the village. They can survive together. And I think
Yes.
that's downloading when I was young. I know I don't need to be having a lot of things to be happy. I just need to be in a community, people accept you, people really can go extra mile to support you, and they take care of your kids too. We are just running around. Nobody care, but we are the kids. So they all feed us when we are running anyway, with their limited resources and the rain. They say, come into my house. So we all grow up in that kind of way. The limited the resource, but the enrichment, that support, the love and care,
Mm.
it's all in the air. I think that's really just get me to thinking about, well, we are in this very comfortable situation, the modern technologies and every convenience, but is that really 100% good from to our soul? That
Mm.
might be a question, right?
Hmm.
Mhm.
Absolutely. And so, what kind of transformations do you take people through?
I think that really the first one is the awareness. I have actually made this funny things. I can spit around like this awareness. So you have to aware your belief.
Mm.
Then you have to pay attention to now. Then you really have to accept, like you are not who you think who you are.
Ah.
So you have to really accept the fact that we don't know about ourselves.
Mm.
That once you accept, you have more space to get to really understand you energetically, how the cells, I'm the biologist, so I always make to the molecular level, and how those DNA, how your molecule, how your protein communicate inside your body, right? So that really the transformation I want people to from always focus on our suffering, get into this amazing body, amazing system, support us, then we start to have confidence and trust. Once you have enough motivation, and I'm also the habit coach, so I can implement your habits to all area of your life if you choose to. But most of people, they don't want to change. It's like they don't really know they can change. So my role is really to activate, to let them understand you don't need to do anything. You are already amazing. You are like totally magic already. Once you understand your body and how you connect and how your mind work, how your heart work, then you are fixed. You just, you're aware. You're aware of the power, the personal power within you. Then you start to move a little bit, try this, try that. You might need some guidance, and that will be me to get you through the lifestyle change. Then you're on your way to make impact for other people because you are powerful. You are just a powerhouse. Then you have all the lights to share. Yeah.
Yes, so you bring out that light and allow them to understand how amazing they already are. Yeah,
Yes,
so
yes.
acceptance of the true self. I love that. I love that. I take people to through a journey too in my book called Embrace Your Power, a healing
Mm,
journal of self-discovery. And it has a lot of prompts in there, the questions that we can ask ourselves and reflect on. And I think reflection is something that we don't give enough time to these days either, that
mhm.
we're, as you say, acting all the time, very shallow breathing and just living on the surface, then literally, right? And just getting from one thing to the next and just trying to survive, get through day by day. And so, how do you help people to see the light and help them to feel uplifted and hopeful and capable of transformation and change?
Well, it says if they're aware their amazing body, then I think the next step will be to connect their mind with their body. There's a lot of time I'm busy for me in the past. It's like I only focus on my body. It's like, oh, I'm tired. I don't have energy. I'm angry, right? It's only focus on the things the body try to communicate with you with some kind of negative way.
Mm. Mhm.
But it's not really the purpose there, right? So, I mean, the next step for us to bring hope so we can really do it is to experience the body energy, like how you can feel your body actually have some energy flowing. A lot of time we separate, so energy is the food, energy is maybe the coffee, energy might be something, give us the boost. But really, I mean, the one awareness most of people is not aware anymore is we are the battery. We can charge ourselves. We are a negative being standing, between the earth, which is a positive charge, and the earth, the sky, and the earth is negative charge. Our mother earth is all recepting and provide the energy going up. So like that actually is positive and negative, and we are in the middle. We are naturally battery. Right? It just we don't allow us to go out enough to under the sun. We sometimes just get into computer right now. It's too much and suck out all our energy without awareness. And it's just like, other than bringing the whole fun outside, if you experience that, slow down your life, go outside, in the midday and have a walk. It's just all this common sense things we don't do it common anymore can boost the energy. Because my experience is the whole day, if I don't have time to go outside, I feel I'm drained.
Mm.
But if I have the routine, okay, I end this is me time. This is the charge time. Then I go outside, do some yard work and touch my plant and go for a walk. Ooh, I can just go for another 5 hours. It's just once you experience that power within yourself, you're never going to forget about it.
No,
Because
exactly.
yeah, you can just become, oh yeah, I can do more of this.
And you cultivate that inner power by doing that and recharge. I love the analogy of being the battery and the positive and the negative charge. That's brilliant. And I know exactly what you mean. Yesterday I felt so drained. I was on Zoom calls all day and I was like so excited to work on a project after dinner. And I'm so tired. Like, what is happening? And then I just went outside for a little bit. And I tell you, within 15 minutes, the Earth's magnetic pulse, just having that natural reset of just being
Mhm.
outside, not even necessarily having to do anything, just being out there. All the elements in nature, our great mother takes care
Yes.
of us, so
Mhm.
spend some time in nature with Mother Gaia and let her nurture you. I love that. And yeah, it doesn't take long. Like I said, 15 minutes and it just shifted everything for me yesterday.
Yes, yes, yes. And even for not only just the sunshine, it's like in between the task. Like if we have a Zoom call and get like 5 or 10 minutes in between, and the 5 and 10 minutes, you can do so much thing. You can do, deep in the belly breathing, and then you can maybe just appreciate yourself, or you can do the heart brain coherence techniques. There's a lot of technology right now, and finally breakthrough, we actually is all connected, well, mind, body, soul.
Mm-hmm,
So then we have those all connections, and why not using it? Right? Because
mm-hmm.
we don't need the science to prove everything before we want to do it. Right? Just go ahead to try and maintain that. Why, if I barely breathing, I feel better? Or, you feel better. Who cares with the science behind it, right? Just do it. But eventually we will catch up with all this ancient wisdom techniques. Because right now we have technology, we are go to the quantum reality. So we can start to measure this the ancestor when saying 5,000 years before, like nobody understand, but they don't need the term for what they are doing because they
Mm-hmm.
are all connected. They are feeling they are part of the universe. They are the unity consciousness. So they don't feel they need to find something new to enhance themselves. But sometimes we are just because we are lucky to have all the information so easy to get, then we just distracted, right? In getting there and navigating for everything, we want to know it all.
Yeah.
But then we waste all the energy and time without really just go ahead to have fun.
Have fun.
That's yeah. Mhm.
That's ancient wisdom that's been lost. Having fun.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I mean, that it's just something we can get back to it. We don't want to live in this, the rural war with all the bugs and animal around us, but they're practicing, they use their hand to grow something, they use
Mhm.
their hand to create something. Those things we can definitely do. It just maybe the material or something we create might be different, but we're still using our body to connect, to boost our energy and creativity,
Mhm.
right? So we can definitely use a different way to embody our the inner wisdom. It doesn't need to be, have to go to the mountain and sit there for 3 months and those kind of thing. I don't think I want to do that.
Yeah. So, what is it that you find for people after 40? Because you mentioned you tend to work with people more in midlife.
Mhm.
So, what is it about that time of our lives that you think is a really great way or great conditions that are formed for this kind of work that supports it?
Yeah. One thing I think they are wiser.
Mm.
If you are bundled like teenagers, your life is just to make something wrong. But when you're in the 40 or 30, you already did all the wrong things. So it's the time maybe including myself in that time. It's like, I'm in the middle of this now. I still don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'm still struggle with what success is, and I'm still like shameful what I did when I was 20. Um, but that 40 is a magical age. Even with the ancient wisdom, we have this life cycle based on the hormone system. In ancient time, they already know the hormone, they already know DNA, they just don't have the term for it. But what they see is like a wave. And when we about 20, 30 something, we are on the top. of our energy fields and everything, then you're going to be going down. So like that's a norm, but most of us don't want to go down. We want to keep that 20 something, right? So then we actually interfere with the natural rhythm, and that become not possible to get back up, because the ancient wisdom really say, you come in at the top like young, very, very bundle, have a lot of energy, because you just born, right? So you don't really get a lot of negativity there. But then you will have wave. Every 7 years, you will have to shift. And your hormone system will follow that 7-year program, just like the flowers. Some flowers only come out in spring, right? Some flower only bloom, or the tree or whatever is only in the fall. That have their own timing. But we don't want to have a timing. We want it now, right? So then we kind of miss out our own rhythm. But the 40 is actually going down. But if you know how to tap into all the wisdom you have, you can keep this one much longer, not drop it. Yeah, so that is something I want people to aware. If you do it right way, you have a great lifestyle around 40. Your midlife and afterlife, after midlife, not afterlife, will feel more peaceful and energetic, because you're not interfered the wrong way. You flow with your energy, with your hormone system. You allow every other great thing to come. But most of us actually don't want to lose the 20 something, which is immaturity. Once you let it go, you're just embracing all your mistakes, and they turn into a much powerful energy to you. So that's how sometimes I say, I know how to turn your stress into bliss, because if you really focus on flow with the energy, allowing and appreciating, and feel like I am part of the universe, I'm powerful, I can make things happen and benefit collectively, then you are in the flow with that magic power. So that is possible. It's not only the ancient people figured out, I think now actually it's even easier, because we have a monitor to check, what kind of frequency, emotion spectrum you have. A lot of technology can actually give you the hints while you are not in sync. Now, in the ancient times, only the master, they can see, oh, you are not in sync. But now you have the technology, you can just speak to it, right? They will come in with all the patterns. They say, you didn't have enough sunlight, go out. So we actually, if we trust that, the technology is only just the data, but we don't really need a data. But if you're happy, you're happy. You need to say, okay, how many like happy, like 90% happy, or who will waste your time like this, right? You just be free, and it's just, I think for me, is finally I know I can shift that emotion from this shame, guilt, fear, all this low vibe thing, and I can, if I know I'm going down there, I can shift it right away, because I've been there. So a lot of people say, I don't want to be depressed. I know I don't want to be peaceful all the time. Come on, like this is the quantum reality. It cannot be one side. You have everywhere. So it's better to just flow with it, because everything will flow you to the right place you need to go if you have the trust. Then you just stay there for temporary, maybe 2-3 years. It's not going to kill this. I've been there 30 years, but like then you can moving out to the where you go. But we just don't have enough patience sometimes, and then our judgment, right? Say no, I want to go there, but why I'm still here? Then you so angry, you're not showing gratitude, and that's how I get stuck for so long, because I'm not happy. I'm just grumpy, right? But now I say, well, I'm so thankful for I'm being a grumpy person for so many years. Now I know I don't want to be that anymore. Right. So you can make a choice to shift it to the way you like once you've been there. Or not necessarily everybody need to be grumpy like me, but I was thinking if you can accept your daily emotion, they are just like a wave. They're coming and going. You maybe the sun move with the planet it's not in line with your design, well, then you feel grumpy. But the next day they shipped it and everything's gone. Huh? So you just let it go and do what we can for that moment and just live in the present moments and appreciate everything happen for you.
Yes, sounds like it's really important to tune into our own natural rhythms and be aware of our body's wisdom and what's happening for us, and aware of our emotional states as well, and allowing them to shift into what we truly desire and get in touch with our sense of peace and joy and fun. And when we're grumpy, to lean into that rather than creating resistance. Or you talk
Mhm.
about knowledge and knowing better. We're a little bit wiser after 40, and you hear a lot of people say after 42, if I only knew back then what I knew now. But and then there's all this regret, and it's like, no, live your life now in this moment. And how can you live it more fully? How can you live it more freely and be in the flow and have that awareness and the acceptance of who you are right now, and just
Yes.
embrace your power to
Mhm.
be that fully in yourself.
That's right. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. Mhm,
love
mhm.
that. And so we do need a little help every now and then, right, Sunny? So tell us a little bit about your work and how people would get in touch with you.
Sure. I'm running a monthly called Social Masterclass and to um, regain your personal power for effortless transformation. So in there, we want to unite our wisdoms. So when people come in, they will have a breakout rooms and discussion one topic like this coming month, which is tomorrow, and it would be every Wednesday, every third Wednesday of the month. So it happened to be tomorrow when we do this show together. And in that 75 minutes, you can have breakout, but we discuss one single topic because I'm doing helping all those executive over 40 because they are too driven and they're get the border to be burned out. And we don't want that because all this executive there have this mission, they have the heart to serve. We want to keep them stronger and healthier, right? So for those people coming and they will have this master classes, and I also offer programs. It can be a group program. They can have one-on-one if somebody really don't want to be in the group program. They just want to target certain habits they have, and then we can have a one-on-one consultation to solve the issue they are, related to stress and sleep, diets, everything, because that everybody's different. Just like in the design, right? We have a different lifestyle experiences. We might have a different DNA heritage imprint from our ancestors. So everybody couldn't be one size fit all.
Mm-hmm.
Someone maybe just change their diet, they become happy, but someone might need to go to more of the emotional healing.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody's different, but I think what I can do is really personalize about what the blockage they have. Then through the lifestyle mentoring, then we can have more feedback to see whether that can either change their belief system and they finally love and accept themselves. Because most of us really not truly accepting ourselves, right? We still don't
Mm-hmm.
like this, it's like, but the problem for me at least is like once I accept and truly self-care and self-love, and the energy start to flow the right way. So the
Mm-hmm.
blockage start to dissolve. And so that's a lifestyle can change, right? If you need to sleep, you need to sleep. If you need to have a break, give a break. It become a habit. It become much easier to adapt. And that's
Mm-hmm.
how I offer to people. But I think eventually I'm going to write a book about all the people I help and they all solve their problem. Because if you know how to tap into your energetic self, it's such a simple, effective way to do it.
Oh.
Because you just need seconds to shift that energy, but we need practice together, right? So I would like to have a community to collect enough data and we all do something, then we can see, okay, I have issue in my self-love. Then you do whatever uh, the habits we co-design for you because different design, right? Then if someone maybe have a diet issue, I create more space and time in their gut because I'm also the microbiologist, so I know bacteria very well.
Mm-hmm.
So I can be on your side to work with your bacteria. So what everything that different angle will relate to the lifestyle. In the end, you will find out you are the master. You can do it all. But you do need to understand how those things work together.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you might be misled by pharmaceutical or some supplement company because you don't really know how your body works. But they all create this profile and say, oh, if you eat this, this is the newest things in the market. They can do this, this, this. But the side effect is that,
Mm-hmm.
right? But you still think, well, I want to solve the problem. And you don't pay attention potentially because not everybody will have side effects. But we don't know whether we are be the one have a severe side effect,
Mm-hmm.
right? And we're ready to be naturally, holistically using our energy. Actually, it's called physical medicine. Is arising now. Actually, they are the ancient wisdom. It's like 5,000 the Egyptian using it, Chinese using it, the India using it, right? And people in Africa is already that's the origin of everybody from there. They already using it. So we just kind of reconnect the dots. Like, okay, we have a science advanced enough to understand the ancient time.
Mm.
But all they do is the energy. All they do is read the quantum physical medicine. They focus on the emotion. They focus on the energy flowing in your body. They focus on aligning with the sun. There's nothing new, right? But it's just hard for us to live in this lifestyle
Yeah.
and follow their way of living. I think we still have a room in between the gaps. I think I'm the one of the person want to fit the gap and bring the science and spirituality over there.
Yes.
There,
Yes.
right? Then we
Mm-hmm.
can also become, okay, so this is just saying, but if you don't understand, you think, oh, that's woo stuff. That's my ancestor 5,000 years. I don't want to do that. But once you know the power, you understand the science, the real energetic way.
The alchemy.
Yeah, you go
The
ahead and do it.
magic.
Everybody become like a genius, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Mm. Fantastic, fantastic. Yeah, and it's a very holistic approach and very genuine approach. And I love that you're giving everyone in our audience that complimentary call. So we'll definitely have the link for your website and for the call in the show notes. And you'll find that along with my guide to living with passion and purpose. Sunny, this has been amazing. And I know that you're just a wealth of knowledge and you shared a little bit of that with us today and have so much more to share. So I just want to thank you so much for being here.
Thank you, Jennifer. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. If we allow, we will be here forever, right?
Yes. Absolutely. Doesn't have to end here. I'm going to put a link in there on how you can connect with Sunny. And of course, my link is in there too. So I want to thank each and every one of you that have been watching us on Awaken and Ascend. We'll see you again next week. Bye for now. Thanks again, Sunny.
Bye-bye. Keep shining.